Day 3 of the Cleat Adelman Classic live here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Miramar, San Diego City. The Knights from San Diego City in the white. In the dark blue, it's Miramar, the Jets. Both coming in after losses in the semifinals. Starting today for San Diego City, Darian Norwood, Joseph Riley, Robbie Robinson, Nashawn Carter, and Kai Huntsberry. Norwood with it at the top. Get to the starting lineups for Miramar momentarily. Norwood kicks it to Riley. Shot clock expires. Riley made the bucket. Not going to count. Remains scoreless here to start things off. Miramar starting today for the Jets. Damian Miller, Karsten Denherder, Artis Chapman, Cole Cummings, and Blake Seitz. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Emery Johnson here on the call here today. Final day of the Cleat Adelman Classic here in Miracosta. That went off of the foot of Karsten Denherder out of bounds. Knights back with possession. This is Carter. Kicks it out to Joseph Riley. Riley guarded closely by Damian Miller. Ball moving here for the Knights. Carter, Riley wide open in the corner. Off the back iron. Miller in transition now off of the rebound. Good transition defense from the Knights. Gets it back to Carter. Denherder turns and faces. And we remain scoreless here between the Knights and the Jets. Denherder, bit of a push out there. Gets away with it. Brings it back out to Miller. Here's Blake Seitz. Seitz have to be wary from him from about 30 feet. That's some serious range on the jump. Chapman, Georgia native, lays it up and strikes first blood here in Game 3 on the day, Game 2 of our coverage on Day 3. Coming up after this, San Bernardino and LA Pierce. Still waiting a word whether or not we will have that for you. Norwood looking inside. Robinson, that's easy money, but can't get it to go. It's tapped out of bounds by Cummings. Going to stay here with the Knights. Robinson will go back to work again. This time he'll convert on the layup over Cummings. Got to bring the help earlier if you're Miramar. Miramar pretty back and forth early on last night between them and the Wolverines from San Bernardino Valley. But in the end, just way too much Wolverines. And Quincy Brewer really has his team primed and ready for a deep postseason run. Cummings from three. That one short, rebounded by Riley. Good defensive positioning on the rebound versus Miller. Kai Huntsberry in transition, gives off to Carter. Carter spinning back to the baseline. Good footwork, lays it up, can't get it to go. Tapped out by Denherder, but right to Huntsberry. A new offensive possession for the Knights and a fresh clock. Riley working near side. Surveys it, gives up to Carter. Norwood, Huntsberry on the baseline, gives it off to Robinson. Robinson looking for 4 points. No. Robinson's got to think about going in and dunking that home. Miracosta, the host school, with a win over Antelope Valley in a nail-biter. Game 2 on the day. We just had for you here on SoCal College Sports. Chapman gets away with a little contact there. Miller, wide open three. Yes. Damian Miller. Miller shoots it pretty good from beyond the arc. Almost 40% on the season. 38.9 if you want to be exact. But hitting at a pretty high clip. He's been pretty impressive. Huntsberry driving the lane. Early 5-2 lead for Miramar. Robinson, another hook shot. This one off the glass. That one not good. More action down low. Going to be a foul. Carter in low. Sean Carter reminds me a little bit of Eric Bledsoe in terms of a very good rebounder as a guard. Tut. Checks in along with Ego Eruriteri. Ego, a tremendous spark plug off of the bench defensively the last 2 days. That went up and good. So a couple free throws gets it to a 1-point deficit for the Knights. 5-4, 16-12 remaining. Nice pass inside. Denherter can't convert point blank. Ego over to Huntsberry. Huntsberry, nice crossover dribble into the lane. Tries to finish with the right hand. That one rims out. The rim's unkind early to the Knights. Seitz keeps his dribble. Seitz incredibly efficient on day one. This is going to be a foul. That was a 10-second violation. So Huntsberry induces a turnover on Blake Seitz, who's not aware of the shot clock. So 10-second violation called against Miramar. Huntsberry on the dribble, gives back to Riley. You got to guard that. He can bury it. Ego up, taps the rebound to Huntsberry. Huntsberry down low, nothing there. They bring it back out. Nisham Carter, little daylight, drives the lane, gets a little contact. Can't get the layup to go, but he's fouled by Cummings. I want to say that's his second. We're going to see Jerry Mbamo. Cummings saying he's coming into me. That's not the case. He's moving his feet. You're moving underneath. Just because you're going straight up top doesn't mean that you're moving or not moving into the offensive player. Carter does a good job of initiating the contact and getting the ball up on the rim. First free throw off of the mark. It's still a 5-4 ball game. Second free throw, that one's good. We'll tie it up at 5-0. 15-19 to go. Damian Miller on the dribble, gets past Ego. Miller uses his body to shield off of the defender, gets his own rebound, kicks it back out. Artist Chapman from three off the back iron. Miller up high for the rebound, working against Ego Terry. And we're going to have a jump ball called. The arrow in favor of the Jets, so it's going to stay here. Michael Garcia will check back in. He'll come on for Nisham Carter. Huntsberry back in. He'll come on for Riley, get him a blow. Battle of number 10s on the baseline there between Miller and Huntsberry. Foul going to be called. I think this is going to go against Ego. Indeed. Ego Terry. Seitz with it, working against Tutt. Tutt, long and athletic, makes Seitz have to bring it back out. It's good movement there defensively. Denherter into the lane, nobody home. Looks off the defense, misses on a short 5-footer. Ego with a rebound. Terry up the floor to Bird Jelinek, who's displayed an ability to shoot the long ball here in 2018 and 19. Down low to Tutt. Back out to Bird Jelinek. Tried to step into a three. Good close out there by Denherter. Denherter gets a hand on it. It's a steal for Miramar. The Jets into the front court. Miller off of the glass under duress. 7-5 Miramar. Nice finish there versus the defense for Damian Miller. And someone who's been very impressive here for the Jets on the week, it's Edgar Lopez. Lopez, by the stats coming in to the Cleat Adelman Classic, had not played this season, but he has been very effective here for Miramar. You have to be wary of his ability to shoot the three ball if you're San Diego City. Enter into the post. Great find to Tutt. Tutt can't finish a layup. A lot of missed easy opportunities for the Knights early. Mbamo falls down, gets back up quickly. The offense reset by the Jets. 20 on the shot clock. Garcia guarding Miller. Here's Lopez. Bit of a zone matchup look. Chapman looking to create some separation. Crossover dribble to his left. Nothing there. Tries to get it out of bounds. It goes off of Chapman. I think we're going to have a discussion as to who this might have gone off of. I thought Chapman threw it off of a San Diego Knight. We're going to stay with that call. Stays with the call that it went off of Chapman. Huntsberry. Slow things up. Enters in at the high post. Gets it back from Bergelik. Over to Ego. Ego from three. That one's off. Chapman with a rebound. Lopez drives it in. Great dump off to Mbamo. Mbamo is fouled. Let's see that one again. That's a great job by Lopez finding the open man. Tut has to come over on the drive. A little no-look feed, and Mbamo going to have 2 free throws coming his way. Thank you, Jeffrey. Well, by the numbers, Mbamo, this is his first trip to the free throw line. Looks pretty good. As I look on the stat sheet, his free throw attempts, 0.0, the Butarski. Gets it out to an 8-5 lead on the made free throw. Looking for number 2 here. That one look good. That one's off, though. So on the year, he's 50%. Nisham Carter going to bring it up. Working against Mbamo. Mbamo late to react. Gives up a layup to Nisham Carter. Going for the block. Oftentimes players want to go for the highlight block instead of just moving your feet and playing it safe. Lopez driving it up. Loses his feet. Another great dump off down low. And Mbamo can't finish. Knights now with the ball the other way. Tut on his horse. Oh, great step through. Oh, but he traveled. Dragged the pivot foot. Thought that pivot foot looked pretty good there from Tut. Chapman brings it back out. Over to Seitz. Seitz driving the lane, left-handed layup. Been pretty good on that shot in particular throughout the week, but can't get that one to fall. It's 8-7. They get 9-7. Knights with their first lead after Bird Genelnik converts on the layup. There's Adrian right there. Lopez working against Huntsberry into the lane, off the glass high. Off the mark, it's tapped out of bounds by Tut. Going to stay here with the Jets, trailing it by 1. Broadcast game brought to you by Knight Basketball, San Diego City College. It's fine by Miller looking for Seitz. Seitz fading away. He can't get that one to go. Maybe a little contact on the arm. No call. Seitz fouls Huntsberry in transition. Our first look at Kobe Gaddy. John Gaddy on one of the cameras here today. Shout out to Asheville, North Carolina. Sisters Jennifer, Stephanie, and Gilda. Get some more shout outs here today. Some interesting tidbits about Miramar. So stepping on the baseline is Nisham Carter. Good defense down there by Jalen Hinson for Miramar, forcing the turnover. Full court pressure now going to be applied. Full court trap very likely by San Diego City. No trap employed. Man look defensively. Miller. That's a great job by Miller. First off, that's just a great job, and he misses the shot, but he gets into the lane, performs a jump stop, under control, and gets a good shot in transition. Riley looking for Robertson. Oh, he nearly dragged the pivot foot. Kicks it back out to Huntsberry. He's working on Lopez. Huntsberry with a bit of a push shot. Gets away with it. Brings it back out to Joseph Riley. Riley with 11 on the shot clock. Looking to pick and roll. He'll fire from 15 feet. Fading away to his left, and Riley converts. 11-8 lead here for the Knights. Damian Miller, high horn set, over to Hinson. Hinson comes off, drives the lane, left-handed layup, no, falls off of the rim, over to Huntsberry. Huntsberry lost it momentarily. Gaddy on the floor. Up ahead to Hinson. Kobe Gaddy putting in some work on the hardwood. Wins the possession for the Jets. Little English there off of the backboard from Lopez. No. Norwood in transition. That's a charge. Miller read it perfectly. Timeout on the floor, 10-16 remaining. It's 11-8. The Knights with a 3-point lead on top of the Miramar Jets. The Jets with possession, moving left to right. It's Damian Miller, guarded by Michael Garcia. Miller gets past the defense. He's fouled underneath, and Garcia clips him as the shot went up. First free throw up and good. Second free throw also good, 11-10. Miramar trails it by the slimmest of margins. Robinson double teamed at the high post. Riley one more pass. Michael Garcia in the corner. 3-ball good. Chapman looks to bring it into Kobe Gaddy. Gaddy drives off Riley, gives back to Chapman. Chapman lost it. It's a turnover, dueling turnover. Hinson lost it. Finally, Carter able to contain it for San Diego. Riley brings it up. Both teams trading sloppy basketball. Knights with possession. Riley turns the corner. Over in the corner to Deshaun Carter. Anderson, nice post move. Can't get it to go. Robinson there for the finish. And the putback. Dancho Anderson showing off some footwork in the post. Gaddy comes ahead. He can shoot the basketball. I have to be wary of that. Michael Garcia with some pressure defense on the ball. Gaddy sets him up. He had the baseline to turn in. Instead, gives it out to Hinson. Hinson, nice dribble, and he's bodied up underneath. This is going to be a foul on Garcia. It's a good job by Hinson moving to his right, and he fell on the hip. We'll see this again here as Garcia thinks that he took a charge, but he's late to come over, and he's leaning to his left after coming over from his left, or from his right, rather. It's a good call. Hinson on the first free throw. That's good. Jalen Hinson, 6'3" freshman from San Diego, Helix High School. Second free throw also good. Joseph Riley, this is almost like a practice in terms of the speed. Riley very methodical in getting the Knights into it. Finally, Garcia has it. Looking on the baseline, Nasham Carter. Riley wide open with 1 on the shot clock. Rims out. Henson snatches down the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Gaddy. No, intended for Gaddy, but Robinson throws it right back to Damian Miller. So he threw it away and then gets it back. Chapman from 3. Yes, sir! Scooter scoot for Artis Chapman. Bit of an inside joke. Chapman says that when he hits threes in practice. Robinson gets it up on the glass. I think this is going to be on the ground here. Call this on Chapman. Oh, they'll say 2 shots. Robinson on the season shooting 74% from the line. First one good. Looked pretty comfortable there. Robinson, second leading scorer on the team this season at 13.4 points a game coming in, only trailing Joseph Riley.
And only Joseph Riley.
And only Joseph Riley. Second free throw up and good. 18-15. Back out to a 3-point lead for San Diego City. 7:45 to go in the first half. Day 3 of the Cleat Adelman Classic here from Miracosta College. Miracosta goes 2-1 in their own tournament. A lone loss coming to L.A. Pierce, who will play tonight in tonight's final. Denherter driving the lane, kicks it out. Gaddy from 3, no. Chapman, who just hit a 3, bobbles the ball, gets it back. Denherter. Official timeout here. Denherter came off and looked like he maybe rolled an ankle. Not putting any weight on his right leg. Hope he's okay. Sights back into the ball game for him. Three seconds on the shot clock. Miller going to have to fire from way downtown. That one off the mark, rebounded by Huntsberry. Here we come for the San Diego City College Knights. Huntsberry all the way to the rack. Nobody stops the ball. Huntsberry can't finish on a layup. Sides comes down with a rebound off to Miller. Miller crossover dribble back to his left. Nothing there. Picks it up. Gives out to Artis Chapman. And Chapman thought about it from 3. Working against Robbie Robinson. Quickness advantage for Artis Chapman, who kicks it over to Damian Miller. Now a size advantage versus Nasham Carter. Carter knocks it away momentarily. Carter to the basket. Layup up no good, but he's fouled. Good recognition there by Artis Chapman. Got the smaller man on me. Hey, I'm going to get to the rack. He'll have 2 free throws coming his way with his team trailing by 3. 6:48 to go here in the first half. Tut will check back into the ball game after the first free throw. First free throw, shooter's touch. Garcia will come off, so the Knights get a little bigger here. Tut, Robinson, Huntsberry, Riley, and Nasham Carter. For the Knights. For the Jets, it's Chapman, Henson, Gaddy, Miller, and Seitz. Second free throw off of the mark, so the lead is 2 for San Diego City. Tut looks like he turned an ankle. Well, we've seen a lot of turned ankles here throughout the week. Well, by rule, I think Tut's supposed to come out of the ball game here. But we play on. Same 5s. Trying to get cut. Tut going down low. Carter looking for somebody in the mid-post. 3 on the shot clock. Tut's going to have to get one off. He does from the short corner. Tut. Core Tut, 6'7" sophomore from Escondido. Pretty comfortable with that shot. It's out to a 4-point lead for San Diego City. Little 2-man game here. Kobe Gaddy. Gaddy, give and go. Layup up, no good from Kobe. Tut with a rebound. Knights now with possession, under 6 to go in the first half. Nasham Carter banks it home. Miller. It's a screen from Chapman. Nothing there. Gaddy working against Carter. Good jab to his right. Frees himself up. Over to Hinson. Hinson working against Tutt. 3-ball hit backboard first. Miramar probably doesn't want that shot out of their offense. Contested 3. Too much one-on-one. Tutt going to go to work against Seitz. Gets inside, kicks it out. Good inside-out game. Joseph Riley off the back iron. Seitz gets the rebound. Looks like Seitz had it tapped off of him from Tutt. Seitz knew it. Think about Blake Seitz. When he's mad, he smiles really big. So if he's smiling out there, watch out. Gaddy gets a screen from Seitz. Ball reversed around. This is Chapman working on Riley. To his left, fall away 2-point jumper is good. So a long 2 by Chapman cuts the lead to 3 here for the Knights at 22-19. Was a 3. Carter will try to answer from deep. That one off the mark. Miller tracks down the board. The Jets now with possession, looking to cut into a 3-point lead for the Knights. Miller down the lane, some contact, no foul or no basket, but there is a foul called on Riley. Miller going to go to the stripe here. First free throw is good. .421 to go in the first half. And we'll see another Tutt into the ball game. Chubath Tutt. Will come in for his brother, Quartet. Miller being told to tuck in his shirt. A little delay in the action. Second free throw also good. 22-21. Huntsberry on the dribble, working against Jalen Hinson. Gives off in the weave to Robinson. Robinson working down low. A lot of size advantage. Easy hook shot for Robbie Robinson, the third. There's 4 to go. Robinson taps that one out of bounds. Doing it on both ends. Seitz. For Damian Miller. Miller. 2 high picks off to Jalen Hinson. Hinson to his left. Left-handed layup, no good to his strong hand. Solid defense there from Tutt. Chubath. Back the other way. Berg Jelinek can't handle that one cleanly. Riley, that's way too wide open for him. He buries it. Joseph Riley rather, with the triple, gets it out to a 6-point advantage for San Diego City. Gaddy with the response. Yes, sir. Kobe Gaddy. Both teams trade triples. See if they can get Robinson going down low. Here comes a double, but it's a little bit too late. Easy work on Blake Seitz that time. Established down low. We saw how much of a chore it was yesterday versus San Bernardino. That went off the mark from Damian Miller. A forced triple at the top of the key. Huntsberry to the rack. Seitz goes straight up. Left-handed layup not there. Gaddy with the steal. Gaddy. Seitz up ahead to Chapman. Chapman has it blocked by Tutt. Terrific transition basketball here from Chubath Tutt. Chapman looking for an easy two, and that said, not on my watch. 2:30 to go in the first half. Lopez is going to bring this one in. As Hinson. Defensive pressure is ratcheted up here by the Knights. Hinson with the left-handed layup, again no good. He's looking for a call. His coach is looking for him to make layups. Huntsberry down low. There might have been a foul there. Cut with the putback. Easy finish. Out to a 7-point advantage for San Diego City. I believe this is their largest lead. 2:04 to go in the first half. Lopez with it on the baseline, working against Joseph Riley. Lopez spins back to the middle. Nothing there. Kicks it back out. Chapman, a long three ball. That's good. NBA range from Artis Chapman. Scooter scoot. Cuts the lead to 4. Lopez on Tut. Tut needs to reestablish post position. Don't come out and set a screen. You got a 5-5 guy on you. Cross-court pass. Bird Jelinek. Three ball. Yes. It's a 3-point extravaganza for both teams. This is Ryan Nara with the ball. First action he's seen here today. He's working on Joseph Riley. Chapman. Little hop in his step. He'll fire another one from 3. That one well off the mark. Did not hit iron. Bird Jelinek will bring it up. No look over to Robbie Robinson. Robinson lays it up. Can't lay it in. Taps it out to Joseph Riley. Another possession here for the Knights. Gives over to Bird Jelinek. They go to the low post. Robinson. Cross-court pass. Good look. Huntsberry into the lane. That's a push-off offense. Under a minute to go in the first half. Hinton will come off. Gaddy back into the fray. Nara guarded by Nisham Carter. Nara to the rack. Left Nisham Carter in the dust with the post move down low. And Miramar battling one of the top teams in Southern California in San Diego City. Don't let their record fool you. Tough team to go up against. Robinson, a lot of contact down low, able to finish. 36-29, 20 seconds to go in the first half. Nara going to reset. Shot clock turned off. Nara into the corner. Lopez, one more pass. Chapman, good rhythm three. That's good. Scooter scoot. Third Chapman three ball of the first half. Riley will try to respond here at the end of the first half, and as the buzzer sounds, we go in at the half, 36-32. The Jets right there with the Knights. You're watching 3C2A men's basketball, day 3 of the Cleat Adelman Classic live on SoCal College Sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of action between San Diego City College and Miramar College. We're getting set for another 20 minutes of play after an entertaining first half, and it's fair to say both of these teams have a pretty good idea of what's going on out on the court.
Yeah, I think the Knights still trying to establish an identity. I think it's gonna start with getting Robbie Robinson involved. 12 points in the first half, leading the way along with Artis Chapman on the other side of the ball, and getting him going down low. It was Cummings picking up 2 early fouls and not see a lot of him in the first half. For Miramar, expect that to change until the fouls run out. But Robinson had his way down low.
Huntsberry at the top. He'll be controlling things for San Diego from here on out. Passes it inside to Norwood, who dumps off another inside pass to Robinson, who throws it up, and it's no good. Rebounded by himself. Tipped away, and Miramar has their first possession of the second half.
It's good work there down low by Robinson, but if you're in that point blank, you need to convert.
Here comes Miller. Throws it inside, and Cummings trying to find some space, and he finds it up and over, but isn't able to get it to fall in. Wraps around the outside part of the rim. And Carter trying to do some fancy dribbling. The ball's tipped up, and it's going to be thrown up and in. Norwood able to do some early work here. 19 minutes to go, and an open 3 look. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
For Chapman, and he was not able to convert.
Chapman looking for his 4th triple in the game. That's a travel.
Yeah, Carter just kind of hopped up in the air and just.
Well, I think they're going to rule that was a deflection, but after the made layup from Carter, it's out to an 8-point advantage for the Knights.
Miller inside pass. Oh, it was a good inside pass, but the foul's going to be called against Robinson.
Was a good pass there. Good find for Miller. Good cut by Cummings.
Yeah, Cummings just ultimately, he had the ball right in the way of the hand coming in.
Yeah, well, Robinson comes over to get that block, and I got to tell you, there was a lot of ball from Robbie Robinson on that shot attempt from Cummings, but Cummings will go to the free throw line, try to cut into the deficit. Does so in the first.
Yeah, 1 for 1, and as was the storyline yesterday, is that this is a guy who's pretty decent at the free throw line, 73%. Able to convert once again.
And no points, only 5 minutes in that first half, and you expect that to change. And 2 free throws up and good for Cole Cummings.
So 40-34, 18:30 left to play here in the second half. San Diego trying to find some open space and figure out what's going on with this man defense here. Is inside pass and beautiful work on the hardwood there for Norwood.
Yeah, they figured it out pretty good there. That's way too easy for Miramar. And defensively, it's a leaky boat. They got to start plugging those leaks if they're going to get back into this one. They need some stops, trailing it by 8.
Chapman would be the one you want to look for, trying to get the ball up towards the net, and he's not able to convert.
Double dribble.
And, yep.
Well, they reset the clock.
I don't know what the whistle.
It's an inadvertent whistle. Yeah. They had it right. They reset the clock because the ball hit the rim.
Yep.
So, inadvertent whistle. Baseline out of bounds from Miramar. They enter into Sights.
Sights pass it off to Miller. Miller, mid-range jumper, no good. Off of the heel, if you will, of the basket. Carter passes it outside, tries to get some inside work going, no good. Another pass inside to Robinson, and Robinson up and easy.
Great post entry there, and Cummings has to do a better job of just staying behind him if he's already given up that post position, going for the steal in that spot. Beautiful pass from Riley. It results in an easy layup for Robbie Robinson.
Gaddy trying to find space. Throws an inside pass, beautiful. Goes for the reverse, no good. And Seitz is just getting eaten up by the defense here as he gets thrown to the floor.
That's a terrific cut, but you got to finish that. That's a beautiful pass from Gaddy.
It'll be Cummings to take it down. Finds an open lane, trying to drive inside.
Travel.
That's a travel, yeah. You knew he was going to travel the moment he stopped and then He started to go up again towards the basket,
Well,
but
not enough body control down low.
Yeah.
He had all the momentum shifting in the upper body and unable to really come down with that base. And obviously something Cummings has to work on. Bert Jelinek will check back into the ball game along with Anderson.
well, Carter will throw it into Huntsberry, presumably, unless a miracle happens on defense here for Miramar. Huntsberry will take it up top and try to divvy the ball out the best he can. 10-point lead he's working with, 16:48 to go in the second half. Nice pass outside. Huntsberry trying to drive in, and we're going to see it's going to be a foul called against Chapman.
I mean, if you're Chapman, how about doing a better job of moving your feet, cutting off the baseline, because that's what you were trying to do instead of bodying up the opposing player. It's going to be a whistle pretty much every time.
Carter finds a short pass to the right. Anderson passes it back to Carter. Dribbling towards the center. And Huntsberry.
Zone look here.
Oh, he had an open shot. Didn't have his feet set the right way. Driving in is Carter, and he divvies it out again. Oh, wide open three. Look here. And
that's a great ball
missed.
fake from Bert Jelinek.
That was a great job at Jelinek, just not able to finish there.
See, Chapman had the first shot. Anderson now recovers defensively, and
that was a bad pass it's deflected. Not necessarily a bad pass, but it's deflected off the calf of Anderson. But he's going to pick up a foul regardless, and that's going to put the ball on the side here for another throw-in.
Sideline throw-in. Sounds like you're ready for some soccer coverage.
Yeah. Gaddy, mid-range jumper, in and out. Oh, no good, but Miller trying to go for the putback, and he does not get it. On the other side, Carter dribbling all the way up, no good, and he's hit on the floor. We're going to watch this probably on a replay in a second.
Seitz comes over defensively, and it's a late whistle, but a good call.
Yeah, you see him.
Carter
finds that lane, beats Miller, and then right in the way.
Really like the composure last time down from Kobe Gaddy. The mid-range jumper unable to go, but the follow by Miller, I thought that was going to be possibly a dunk. He was up high for it.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was surprised as to how high he jumped up because he was well off the rebound attempt.
Carter on the free throw line to attempt two here after the block on the shot. 1 for 1, 15:48 left to go here. And they have increased their lead by 1, so now 45-34. Miramar has to come up with an answer here somewhere around the three-point line, you would assume, based on their stat lines that they've posted all season. But
yeah, Miramar can obviously shoot the basketball at a pretty high clip, but they have to start doing that. And Seitz, you have to give a lot of credit to the San Diego City College Knights. They've done a really good job on Blake Seitz. Seitz at the half, 0 points. So he's been held scoreless so far, and he was the main focal point. They're trying to change that up right now. Tough pass.
Carter is just playing really good defense. Is very physical, and Seitz has no answer for him.
Got Carter and Tutt over the top.
Drake passes outside. Beautiful three-point basket. That was Garcia in the corner. I always admire that kind of shot because sometimes when you're moving that quickly into the corner, you have to stop your body and keep your momentum from drawing you across.
Joseph Riley is wearing number 1 now. Miscommunication between Miller and Gaddy. Just no spacing here offensively, and we're going to take a timeout from Miramar. This is a good timeout by Coach Nick Gaylor. Team down 14, offensively just in disarray. They have no rhythm and try to settle themselves down.
We're back after the timeout. Miramar desperately needing to sort some things out here as Seitz is set to throw it in.
Well, how do you respond out of a timeout here? They find Chapman.
Almost mishandled the ball, and he does. Tips it away, they're going to get the jump ball here.
Yeah. Arrow in favor with the Jets. It'll stay with him, but only 9 on the shot clock.
So, Mike, in the coach's corner, what would be going on in that discussion during that timeout, especially when you're talking about you have a considerable deficit and you need to start firing off some points? What's the game plan here for Miramar?
Well, how about just be better? Don't be flustered by the pressure. Obviously, the defense. The Knights are known for their defense. It's why they're one of the best teams in Southern California year in and year out. State runner-up last year, a champion a year before that, and the defense is going to get it done. And as the opposing team facing San Diego City, you have to do a better job of handling the pressure because you're going to get it and you have to react accordingly. And right now, Miramar not reacting very well to the pressure being brought on. Look at the offense here. The offense is starting way out in front, and a big part of that is the pressure on defense, and Chapman is doing the exact right thing. He's going right at him. You have to be in attack mode. You're going to come up on me. I'm going to go past you, and then you're going to have to bring help over. When the help comes over, now you start thinking about driving and kicking, and your shooter's got to be ready, and that's when you start to break down the defense.
Great breakdown right there by Mike. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Chapman getting fouled on the last drive down through the center of the key. Able to go 1 for 1 here from the free throw line.
Got one more coming. And how do you get back in ball games? You hit your free throws, and the best thing about free throws is Chapman misses on the second. No time coming off of the clock as you're trying to put points up on the board.
And that will start to become an issue as we have 14:20 left on the clock here in the second half. And San Diego, regardless.
Dan Trell with a little dream shake down low, frees up, a terrible transition defense from the Knights. Layup on the other end.
Cummings able to even it out, so
it's likely going to be a sprint next practice.
Nothing lost there. However, an open 3 look missed completely, and now Miramar has the ball coming back the other way, and Miller is going to be fouled as he's running down there.
That's not a bad foul there in transition. Instead of giving up an easy layup for Damian Miller, it's just going to be sideline out of bounds here, I believe. Where did the foul occur? I think it occurred at about the hash mark. So, yeah, indeed, it will be sideline out of bounds. Seitz will bring it in.
It's funny that you bring up soccer because there's an exact call when you're talking about trying to prevent the team from having a breakaway. And if you can just challenge the ball off to give them a free kick or something, it allows you to stop them from scoring 2 easy points. And that was exactly what they just did there. Fancy dribbling inside and a great pass to Cummings as he's able to convert real quickly there. That's a good job. A lot better look here for offense for Miramar. On the other side, San Diego is trying to work their way around the arc, find some space. It's a little bit clustered inside the key. Not a lot of room. Dribbling inside, he's going up and no good.
Nice job by Tut holding his, by Seitz holding his ground. Tough pass. Got to know your personnel there. Cummings not going to catch that in a crowd down the floor, but Tut's got to do a better job with his lower body. That's one of the reasons why Robbie Robinson is so effective down low. He's so powerful, and obviously something for both Tut brothers to kind of work on there. And Chubath Tut will check in the ball game along with Robbie Robinson, so they go big to the Knights. You know, Emery, this is a team in San Diego City that coming off a little bit of rust here. They get traditionally, Mitch Charlins wants his squad to get a good Christmas break so they don't hit a wall come conference play. And you're going to see some rust. We certainly saw it last night in the waning moments of the loss versus L.A. Pierce. That's going to be a charge on Huntsberry. But it's a great strategic move by Coach Charlins to give his team that break and come back, kind of reassert yourselves. And at the same time, it's a test to your players. Who's going to work during that downtime to get better? Who's going to be in the gym? Who's going to get shots up? Who's going to be the guy that emerges as a better player? It should be fuel for these players. Lopez from 3.
Oh, it's too good.
It's pretty.
It's a three-pointer. And
it's a 5-0 run, and it's now a 10-point ball game, 12:38 to go. So things getting interesting here for a team that can shoot the lights out if they get hot.
Yep, and Miramar, you have to assume going into this timeout, it's now find out whether or not you can get the ball to Lopez some more. And we're going to take a break here. We'll come back right after this timeout. You're watching basketball on SoCal College Sports. After the 1-minute timeout, some things discussed on the sideline. You could hear it getting very animated for San Diego. And I can assure the conversation revolved around do not let Lopez get into open space, because that three-pointer looked beautiful. Passing over the top here, Riley going to direct traffic at the top, now passing all the way around. And Tutt in the corner gives it back around to the center. And Hatsberry gives it off to Riley, who sinks a three-pointer. And what a way to answer back. Now a 13-point lead. 12:05 left to go here in the second half. And a bad pass, but finds an open man. No good here. Jalen Henson. I'm going to say that the ball was out of bounds, or no. They're going to call a foul against Cummings, which will eventually send him to the line. And that was based off the rebound and the eventual attempted putback. We were talking about a moment ago that this team needs to be way better on their free throws, and they missed one-on-one chance there. 55-42, 11:54. And some substitutions coming in and out here for San Diego and Miramar. Trying to keep your best roster out on the court, and Miller on the court now for Miramar. And it's going to be a one-on-one and almost an alley-oop, but a missed pass over the top, and that's going to be a easy 2 points off of the glass for San Diego. Robinson had no trouble at all. And Lopez, fancy dribbling on the inside, no space at all, tries to find an outside pass. He does, all the way up and through. That was a beautifully handled ball by Ryan Nara, and he was a factor yesterday in their win. Just showing exactly how good he really is on that inside part, and no defender was going to catch up to that basketball going up towards the basket. You got a mid-range jumper from the left-hand side, or my left-hand side, and Huntsberry. That was too easy. So trading blows here. 10:57 left to go in the second half. 59-44. Inside passing. Nara tries to find the no-look pass to Cummings. No good. And turning around the other way was Robinson. He's going to be fouled as he goes up. And Cummings at fault for the foul. Sending Robinson up to the line. Miramar's coaches extremely animated here, and now some talk back between the two coaches. as Robinson sinks the first one. 60-44, 16-point lead. 10:44 left to go here. And that was well short. Miller to take things down the court, and he's going to drive directly into the key and mishandles the ball. It's tipped away. I think he's trying to do a little bit too much as Carter was driving in. He eventually lost his footing, and Seitz trying to prevent the foul, and he does. He actually is able to tip it away and rebound. So Miller to take it down, and there's going to be a foul called behind the line, so it's going to go to the base. No, excuse me, it was in front. So it's going to go to the base. Damian Miller a little bit lower on his free throw percentage. 62.5 on the season, at least as of yesterday. Up and good with the first one. 15-point deficit. Trying to cut into that deficit once again. 2 for 2, so able to convert and get something back. 14 points down, and San Diego trying to say no thank you, but they are ultimately thwarted there near the basket. A long three-point attempt, no good. That was from Riley from way deep. Driving in his seats, no good, and he's going to be fouled going up to the rim. He'll get another 2 chances at the free throw line. And a timeout's going to be called by San Diego as they want to sort some things out on defense, and presumably the conversation going on is going to be, let's not foul, let's just play some defense right here. We're giving them too many free chances. I'm going to step away for a second. You're watching 3C2A basketball on SoCal College Sports. Free throws coming in the way of Blake Seitz. And if you're Miramar, this is the guy you want on the free throw line. I mean, 85.9%. Pretty good conversion rate as he goes up for his first, and he's good on the first one. 47-60, 13 points down. 9:59, so the clock not quite there, but almost becoming a factor at this point. As he goes 2 for 2, so 12 points down. As long as Miramar can figure out some things on defense here and prevent the short 2 game coming in the way of San Diego, as they are hustling down the court to try and get things set up, but they're going to have to slow things down here. Joseph Riley at the top, passes it over to Huntsberry. Huntsberry all the way around. Sent inside to Robinson. Robinson, inside pass, way too easy. Huntsberry, the eventual man to finish it off. And just like that, those 2 points that you just got on the free throws erased. Seitz over the top. Driving in, and the ball is tipped out of his hands. Well defended here from San Diego. And Seitz was in the way of that pass. They're trying to get it over to Robinson. Robinson on the inside of the part of the key throws an easy pass up and in. And Joseph Riley comes flying in out of nowhere. No one had him guarded. And I wonder if it's the man coverage that's breaking down here for Miramar. And Miller driving in on the other side, getting fouled. I say it was a push while he was shooting. You have to keep answering back here if you're Miramar, because whatever defensive strategy is going on, it's not working to your advantage. On the first one, Miller converts. 49-64, 9 minutes even to go. Introducing back to the booth, Mike Cepeda.
And we're all set for tonight. Championship between San Bernardino Valley and L.A. Pierce. Tip-off scheduled for 6 p.m., and that's probably going to hold.
And it's hard not to be excited about Pierce College. I mean,
big win last night versus San Diego City. He's got a 14-point lead on Miramar right now. And you're exactly right. L.A. Pierce is a very well-coached team, and San Bernardino, some serious talent. And they've seemed to have righted the ship after a bit of a tough stretch, losing 4 out of 5 earlier in the year. They have turned things around and found a group that has worked.
Dantrell Anderson and Robbie Robinson trying to tip the ball up into the rim, and both of them, it looked like, got contact as they're going up, and eventually Dantrell Anderson got the call, so he'll be on the free throw line to attempt 2 here. His first offering is good, 65-50, back to a 15-point lead. Despite Miramar converting on their last 2 times to the free throw line, both free throws, they have not been able to gain any points back, and presumably it's because they're not shooting anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you're down 15, you can't trade buckets. You got to play defense. You need to get some stops, and San Diego City can do whatever they want. And they're doing a good job of running some clock here and executing their offense. Good defense by Miller. Good work.
Anderson trying to find space. Doesn't. He passes it off. Huntsberry driving inside. Mid-range jumper off the backboard. No good. And it keeps getting tipped up. Robinson trying to say something about it. But
Robinson, menace on the boards, but here comes Chapman for the Jets.
And Chapman's the man that you want to have the ball right now, and he goes up for the first 2 points. That was very good right there. And Miramar is going to start talking about defense and how to start gaining some points back. It's 65-52. Miramar trails San Diego. 7:55 left on the clock, and you're watching 3C2A basketball on SoCal College Sports.
Just lose yourself tonight.
We just got handed some stats by the statistician, and the storyline is not very good for Miramar outside of throwing up a couple easy layups.
Yeah, they've been outscored by 9 here in the second half. They're outscored by 4. It's a 13-point deficit. As I quickly do my math, just have to look at the scoreboard. Nice move.
Oh, tipped away. Good job by Sides.
Sights able to get a hand on it.
And they're going to say.
And I don't know what Robinson is complaining to the bench for. He's thinking he's fouled. He wasn't fouled. You just didn't do a better job of creating more space with your shoulders. You allowed a window of opportunity for Sights to get through and block that shot. Chapman
Long
for 3.
3 points for Chapman. No good.
You know, at this point, you're down by 13, and time's ticking away. You need to hit shots like that. Don't really mind the shot selection there because you need some quick hitters if you're Miramar.
He had the space, so if you see a good opening to the basket, take it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're going to give him that type of space, you gotta go ahead and attempt that shot. Again, Sights with the block, and that again,
I don't know. I think that's close.
Maybe a bit of a makeup call for the last time down, but I mean, Robinson's complaining again, and I don't understand why. He's going to get a tee.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't go up to a referee and say that was a weak call.
And that's going to result in an extra.
Yeah, you can't show up a referee and an extra couple points here coming for the Knights, courtesy of a technical foul. And
bring me back to
you're down by 13. There's plenty of time in this ball game to come back into it, but you're not doing yourself any favors if you're Sights, who's visibly frustrated. He's had a tough go. Sights on the day, only 6 points, your leading scorer on the season for Miramar, and it's really been the Artis Chapman show, and Sights needs to do a better job of composing himself. He's going to come off along with Chapman, Lopez, Henson back into the fray here for Miramar.
It's bringing me back to my public address announcing days where I might have to read the 3C2A decorum policy right after that because.
Well, there was no foul language, but you can't say that in front of the referee. It's just like if you maybe want to question it in the ear of the official, hey, that was a little weak, wasn't it? But you can't say, hey, but you can't verbally say to a referee, hey, you know what, that was a weak call in front of everybody, and not expect to get teed up.
67-52, 7:04 on the clock now.
A little bit more subtlety needed from Mr. Sights. 16-point advantage after a 4-point trip.
That technical's not helping you.
Not at all.
Miller trying to find some passes all around, and they're dribbling inside and trying to find that space, and it just ultimately the finishing is not looking very good here for Miramar.
Yeah, they just can't put the ball in the bucket, and a lot of it due to the defensive pressure put on here by the Knights. They're putting on defensive clinic here. They're making life very difficult for Miramar and putting the ball in the bucket. And Miramar just doesn't have the players on the floor right now to be able to respond. And they got some shooters out there, but they don't have the players to create the separation, really break down the defense. You don't really have to bring a ton of help over.
Well, and presumably your best shooter is not even on the court right now for Miramar because of foul problems. I mean, you can't get that guy fouled out with 6:49 left to go.
Is he fouled out? Is that what they said?
I know he's on the list for.
Well, let's see. Sights had 2 fouls. I think that was his 3rd.
Yeah, technical. But I'm talking.
No, he just picked up his 4th because the technical foul serves as a personal foul. So he committed the foul on Robinson last time down in addition to the technical. So the 2 turns into 4.
Gaddy driving up to the rim, blocked but put back by Miller.
Miller so active on the offensive boards. Really like his energy for Miramar. In what will likely be a losing effort. Good drive to the bucket there by Gaddy.
Though one can argue, I would feel like Miller has been almost trying to do a little bit too much here offensively, and a lot of those turnovers that they've had have been the result of that. An open 3-point look from Joseph Riley. And Gaddy on the other side, not able to convert the 2 points, and bodies flying. Everybody able to get up and dust themselves off here.
Looks like that football shuffle drill.
San Diego slowing some things down, and Joseph Riley again for 3, no good.
He checked.
Ooh, turnaround, jump back. Wow, beautiful from Dantrell Anderson.
That's some grandmama feel to it there from Dantrell. A delay a game warning here on the Knights. Well, good composure down on the low block. Better that time from Dantrell. He's shown an ability to go to an array of moves down there, but that time didn't shuffle the feet. Kept his composure with the pivot foot. Turns around and puts it home. And Cummings is going to check back into the ball game. Had foul trouble in the first half. He's going to come on for Nara.
So Gaddy able to convert the free throw. 75 to 55. Still that 15-point deficit that that's your 20-point deficit.
Yeah, that's 20. You weren't a math major, would you?
No. Oh, it was a rough road in college, let me tell you. Nonetheless, Miller passing over to the top. Gaddy driving inside, trying to find the space. Mid-range jumper off the backboard and good.
Good touch from Kobe.
A nice job just composing yourself, setting your feet, and getting up and over the defender with your shot. Riley directing traffic. And San Diego will be slowing things way down, making sure that there's no time left on the clock, but hold the phone, driving all the way up to the rim, and no good was Edgar Lopez, and he was fouled there on his attempt up.
Fouled by Riley. Lopez with his steal. Can't convert.
And he was a big factor yesterday, and in my opinion, one of the reasons why they were in that game.
Yeah, Miramar, they've had some really spirited efforts from a lot of their players. Sites on day one, Lopez on day two. Lopez really throughout both games yesterday versus San Bernardino Valley and the game versus Antelope Valley played very well on his first action this season from what we're seeing on the stats, and he's acquitted himself nicely here. Ingo Ruberteri and Michael Garcia check back in.
No good on his first attempt for free throws.
Yeah, you get
Lopez shooting.
Margin for error very slim. You have to hit all of them if you're going to have a chance.
Well, he's 1 for 2 on his second offering. However, San Diego well in the driver's seat for this second half, and they've done nothing but expand their lead. Riley driving. Nowhere to go as he's found stout defense inside the key. Oh, there's an easy pass and an unguarded man inside the key, and he seemed like he stood there for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, Ego was in the lane for a little bit, working on Edgar Lopez. It's good recognition. I'm surprised there wasn't a count earlier. You're right, Emery. He was in there for a little bit.
You're allotted 3 seconds, but nonetheless, the points are on the board and it scores.
Well, usually it's a very long 3 seconds unless the referee really starts counting. The referee has to know or feel like you're staying in the key, and then he starts his count. If he gets to 3, obviously he's going to whistle it, but usually it's about 5-6 seconds in there before it's an issue.
I was told back in Pee Wee basketball that it was 5 seconds.
5 seconds in the lane?
Yep. Oh, tipped away, and I thought that was just tipped, but he did catch a little bit of his hand.
No, Anderson not going straight up, going a little bit extended forward, and that's why it's whistled for the foul.
So Henson will go to the line after a rough run in.
Yeah, 4:23 to go in this one. This one likely in the books.
Yeah.
Outside of a 3-point barrage here from the Jets in the last hurrah. But next coming up, championship game of the Cleat Adelman Classic. Here from Miracosta, it'll be L.A. Pierce and San Bernardino Valley at 6 p.m.
It's been a very eventful tournament. A lot of good things to take away for a lot of teams. And despite the scores or maybe the results that a lot of teams are looking for, I think there's a lot of positive things that they can go back, look at the tape, and reassess getting ready for conference. But it is a 17-point deficit. 4:23 left to go, and like you said, we have a big game coming up next. So if you're a fan of 3C2A basketball, I would not miss this one. And we are going to step away for the timeout. You're watching 3C2A men's basketball in the Cleat Adelman Classic here on SoCal College Sports. And we get ready to go with San Diego bringing the ball back into the front court. And a jump ball quickly called. As it seems like Miramar is trying to play some desperate defense with 17 points down and 4:16 left to go. They will not get the advantage of the jump ball. So it'll be Riley to take things and direct his traffic, get things in motion. Pass on the inside and jumping, trying to put the ball up towards the net, but ultimately not able to. But Robinson puts it up.
Nice hands from
Ripped
Gotti.
out of his hands by Gaddy. Ooh, Lopez not able to convert. It was all the way up and off the glass, but
Got to shoot that.
no good. Gaddy from three-point range off the rim and no good. Rebounded by San Diego.
It's great effort there from Kobe. Just can't get it to fall, but on the steal with the good hands, you can't lose Riley in transition.
Now Riley from three-point range, no good on his offering. Gaddy, another steal, mishandles the ball, able to retain it. Miller will be the man to continue to carry it.
Shoot that.
Gaddy, nope, hesitates, drives inside, passes it off. Outside shot, no good, off the rim.
See, Gaddy's a good shooter. You got to shoot that shot. Just because you miss the last one doesn't mean that you shouldn't shoot the next one.
And he hasn't been putting up bad looks. He just, ultimately at the end.
It's a good look for him.
Yeah. At the end of the finish, no good. But, however, 3:10 left to go, 77-60. You're watching SoCal College sports coverage of 3C2A men's basketball. San Diego with the ball once again, and it seems like every single time there's a timeout, Miramar's trying to figure out some sort of defensive plan for them, and there's just zero effort being put out on the side of Miramar here at this point.
Not necessarily zero effort, but I will say it's just a tough going. They're mismatched, and Deshaun Carter feasts all over it.
Let me retract really quick. It appears like there's zero effort because of just how well San Diego is playing. They're kind of pinpointing their passes and dissecting exactly what they've got up.
And Miramar's a little deflated for obvious reasons. You're down 19. You're in the third place game.
Riley driving in. Excuse me, not Riley driving in towards the basket. That would have been
Nara.
Nara. And he's able to get a pass to the outside, and Lopez driving in, rejected. Wide open look from Henson. Good for 3 points.
Good look from Lopez, and Henson ready to shoot with the feet. And tapped out by Lopez. So the effort's still here from Miramar, but just, they're going up against a really good team. The Knights this is going to be a two-shot foul.
Well coached and very strong. You can tell these guys obviously have been doing their work in the weight room. And I would assume
double
that's
bonus here for
it's a double bonus. 10 fouls. Gives you the advantage.
Well, for everybody watching, I'd like to remind you you can catch all of our broadcasts live and archived on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. All of the games from this weekend on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com, and feel free to hit us up on Twitter at SoCal College SPO.
Carter 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 81-63. As Nara trying to pinpoint his way through into the key, and great spin and dumped off pass. Oh, Cummings just not able to finish it off.
A lot of that this week.
That has to be exactly what you're hoping for if you're the coaching in Miramar, is that they can just convert those into points, and ultimately no way to do that as the whistle draws this play dead. There's a lot of mishandled
whistle
control.
for 3 in the key. Well, he fell down in the key and didn't make an effort to get out of the key, so whistled for 3 seconds. So the ball back to Miramar. Under 2 to go in this one.
Just a chance for some other players to get time here. Nara all the way up to the basket. No good. It was right off the inside. Just not able to drop down. So unforgiving. All the way in. No good.
Cummings with the block, near rebound too, but Carter steals it away. Ego fouled. I think the referees are just swallowing their whistles here. They want to move on to the next game.
Yeah, at this point,
clear foul on Ego.
1:22 left to go, and you're chasing 18.
Feel like some of the calls here by this crew have been a little suspect. Some of the non-calls, really. It's tough.
Especially earlier today.
The crew. I think the crews throughout the week have been pretty good. This is probably the weakest crew that I've seen officiating. And hey, we do more games to get better, and so do they. So
it's very important also for them to get ready right before conference to get proficient in whatever they're looking for.
Exactly right. This is a game that's it's tough to officiate. It's one physical ball club, and the Knights don't make it easy officiating because they really test the boundary in terms of the physicality threshold. Cummings from 3, that's good.
Oh, yeah. That was a good look for Cummings, and I'm sure he can be very happy about that shot. Had his feet set and threw it up and in. Ego trying to find the pass all the way to the top. He does find Anderson. Anderson just dumps it off to Garcia. Garcia points for the pick, has a mid-range jumper in and out, no good. Anderson dumps it off inside, and Tut just not able to finish it. Another whistle, and they're going to call it back to the baseline. .34 seconds to go.
Jaume Amengwal into the ball game here for Miramar.
Ooh, Nara. Good look from 3, no good. They kind of all but let the space go. And highlight time here for San Diego. Oh, only a layup from Garcia.
I like Robinson and Carter off the bench being like, come on, man, dunk that.
I mean, you had no contention up at the basket. Long two-pointer.
And Bamo. That'll do it.
Yep, 7-6, 5-4, 3-2-1. 83-68 will be the final score, and that will do it for our coverage of Miramar versus San Diego City College. I'm Emery Johnson alongside Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff working the 1s and 2s, and Jorge Cepeda for his camera work. Thank you guys, everybody watching from SoCal College Sports.
John Gotti, too.
John Gotti as well. I will not
John
forget him.
Gaddy.
Gaddy.
It depends on what depends what coast you're on.
He said it was 2 ways.
That's
but
true.
anyways, we'll step away, and we'll see you in just a few moments for Pierce College versus
San Bernardino.
I'm Emery Johnson. We'll see you later, everybody.